brown, to the yellow, to the white, to the black, to the Republicans, to the Democrats, to the saints, to the sinners, to the losers, to the winners, to the strong, to the weak, to the bold, to the meek, to the haters, to the naysayers, to the living, to the late, to the unsung, to the great, to the seers, to the Moors, to the rich, to the poor. The thunder in the rotunda. We, the people of the United States of America, have gathered today at a crucial junction, yes, a turning point, a boiling point, if you will, in the history of our nation. For a tyrant must be toppled, a despot must be stopped, a dictator must be deposed, a monarch must be removed. We the people are calling for the immediate resignation and arrest of President Donald J. Trump. For the gauntlet has been dropped, a line has been drawn in the sand, and the proverbial excrement has hit the fan. We are not here to waste words nor display some eloquence and elocution. No, for you see, the stakes are too high, the situation too dire. Now is the time. No more wasted time. Now is the time. The second, the hour, to speak truth to power. We the people find Donald J. Trump derelict in duty in his ability to further perform his role as president effective this date. He is to be immediately removed, resigned, and arrested by the unanimous will of we the people. It started January 2025 when the President of the United States took control and dismantled the Department of DEI and its mechanisms in an all-right racist attempt to roll back the progress of blacks, the gains of the civil rights era of 1964. A blatant act to turn back the hands of time on the progress of African Americans, yet nullifying and shutting down civil rights enforcement, which is grievous and unacceptable to us as African Americans. We the people find him guilty of a plethora of indiscretions, like the firing of multitudes of federal workers, coupled with the hiring freeze to add insult to injury. But chief amongst these indiscretions, systematically eroding the democratic process by enacting a blitzkrieg of unilateral executive orders made with the intent to undermine our democracy as we know it and replace it with an autocratic-like government of this nation and a subjugation of its citizenry. We the people, we find Donald J. Trump unfit to serve any further as commander-in-chief, unfit and economically illiterate, guilty of bigotry, tyranny, and xenophobia. We are witnessing in real time the systematic economic gunning of the resources belonging to the American people. Of the American people. We charge him in the court of the people's prerogative because the rule of law has been compromised. The constitutional crisis have left citizens left captive by a rising despot. The rule of law has been compromised because the Constitution of the United States of America has been rendered ineffective. The checks and balances penned by the founding fathers for the sole purpose of mitigating the overreach of any branch of government. Furthermore, we find him guilty of the deprivation of basic privations like food and medicine necessary to exist, mechanism put in place destroying Medicare, SNAP benefits, food stamps, and possibly Social Security, putting tens of millions of the most vulnerable of American citizens' lives in jeopardy. We view these to be nothing short than crimes against humanity. A system which has become increasingly apparent, only interested in manipulating and rigging the system in favor of the wealthy and well-to-do. We charge him guilty of conspiring in prejudice against the Hispanic and Latino people, overreaching his powers, yes, and abuse of powers, Some need mass deportation capriciously and indiscriminately by a cold-blooded, cold, calcified hearted of an administration void and bankrupt of human decency. Removing habeas corpus to further hasten the agenda. Immigrant families being torn apart by deportation marauders, doing the dirty work of a dirty, dastardly, and rising dictator. We the people clearly see the culpability and the reprehensibility of this administration and the complicities of the judicial branch, yet complicit in these crimes against humanity. A tyrant must be toppled. A despot must be stopped. A dictator must be deposed. A monarch must be removed. We the people are calling for the immediate removal, resignation, and arrest of President Donald J. Trump. For the gauntlet has been dropped. A line has been drawn in the sand, and the proverbial excrement has hit the fan. My next address is entitled, D.C., the New Dodge City, the plot for the re-enslavement of the black man in America. Donald J. Punk, I peep your caper, so you cannot pull that small time stuff over on me. Donald J. Punk, you no good bastard, you foul, vile, villainous, venomous snake. You cutthroat, cold, callous, and coward-hearted bigot. Pathological, lying, no good, peckerwood president. Old ass, decrepit ass, ugly ass, orange geezer, wannabe gangster. Glorified used car salesman, a damnable and diabolical devil on every level. I'm here to tell you today, Donald, you better get out of town by sundown. D.C., the New Dodge City. I come to you today in the name of God Almighty, the righteous and just God, he who sits on high and looks down low. For your stench, your unrighteous stench, has reached unto heaven, a foul, pungent, and putrid odor, like the smell of vomit, like the smell of spoiled milk, like the smell of the festering soil on a hot, sunny summer day. Donald J. Punk, we peep your caper. You're trying to nullify, vilify, demonize our youth with the sole purpose, calling them born criminals, to facilitate an agenda, your fiendish and diabolical plot for the re-enslavement of the black man in America. Donald J. Punk, so bring your swords and we'll bring our sling. Bring your guns and we will bring our God. Donald, you better get out of town by sundown. D.C., the New Dodge City. Young black America, they harass you. They try to trash you. They try to arrest you, round you up, tote you off in boxcars, take you to their concentration camps, a.k.a. the massive manifold industrial prison compound complex. Young black America, white America fears you. They're afraid of you, but they cannot take away your swag. They send an army to try to defeat you. You got them scared. You got them running scared. You got them shaking in their pants and peeing in their boots. Yes, they fear you, for you are the future, the extension of a strong black civilization, the fearless, the peerless, the hope of black America. For centuries they've tried to destroy you, and all their attempts have failed. Donald J. Punk, bring your swords and we'll bring our sea. Bring your guns and we'll bring our God. Donald, you better get out of town by sundown. D.C., the New Dodge City. Young black America, be careful, be aware of the white man's snares, the pitfalls, the gaps, the booby traps. The 13th Amendment of the Constitution abolished slavery in 1865. A civil war was fought over you. And now there's an attempt by the dirty punk administration to turn back the hand of time, reverting us back to the yoke of slavery. But they're nothing but a band of punks, a band of bums. We fear God and God alone, he who sits on high and looks down low. Our arsenal consists of more than bottles, bricks, sticks, rocks, chunks of cinder blocks. We're backed by God. So bring your dogs, bring your water hose, your guns with lasers, wands, batons, pepper spray, high voltage electrical tasers. Bring your swords and we will bring our sling. Bring your guns and we will bring our God. Young Black America, you and only you have the responsibility to love yourselves, to educate yourselves, to elevate yourselves. You've got to be too righteous to kill, too proud to steal. There are drugs you've got to be too smart to deal. Don't give this cracker an excuse. So Donald J. Punk, bring your swords and we will bring our sling. Bring your army, your navy, your air force, your marines, your guns, your national guard, and we will bring our God. So Donald, you better get out of town by sundown. D.C., the new Dodge City. My next address is entitled The 21st Century America. This is 21st Century America, 2026. Optimism is being eroded by pessimism. Racial tension and animosity are at an all-time high. Compliments of the Punk administration. A nation in decline. Racism, hatred, bigotry, animosity, greed, lust, avarice, war, materialism, white nationalism, murder, homegrown terror. But now is the time, my brothers and sisters, now is the time for us to speak up and speak out. For when I speak, I speak the language of the oppressed, of those black men and women who suffered in the North, of those black men and women who suffered in the South, of those black men and women who suffered on the East Coast, my brothers and sisters who suffered under the West Coast. D.C., Baltimore, Philly, New York City, Atlanta, Houston, L.A., Chi-Town, Uptown, Downtown. My brothers and sisters who had to face the dripping from the mouth and fangs of these United Snakes of America. I speak the language. I speak the language of the damned, the discarded, the brokenhearted, the downtrodden, the helpless, the homeless, the so-called derelicts and dregs of society. My words are inadequate to measure up to the blood-curdling cries of ancestors at the hands of a cruel and barbarous slave master. My words, harsh and scathing as they may seem, can never match the unprovoked, inhumane treatment casted upon our people. Not to mention the day-to-day hell we catch for just being black in the 21st century America. So I have to say, excuse me if my words offend you. Excuse me for not adhering to the proper rules and etiquettes of elocution. Excuse me if I offend your sensibility. I know my words make you uncomfortable. You have me to turn down the rhetoric. But no, I can't stop. I won't stop speaking the truth. The unadulterated, unfiltered, naked as a jaybird truth. For God has unleashed the beast, the oratorical beast of the Northeast. So I will continue to speak forcefully, unapologetically, yes, fearlessly, not like some pie in the sky somewhere in the sleep, by and by lullaby preachers rocking our people to sleep, a rockabye baby on the treetop, bilking believers and fleecing the flock. Boom, checkmate, exclamation point. Brothers and sisters, don't believe the hype. In America, the fight is fixed, the dice are loaded, the deck is stacked, the odds are against us, have always been against us, but God is with us. Boom, checkmate, exclamation point. My brothers and sisters, don't give in to the hype, for we've been hoodwinked, tricked, fooled, or run amok. We've been had, like Brother Malcolm said, we've been bamboozled again. Boom, checkmate, exclamation point. Wham, bam, damn. So brothers and sisters, I leave you in my customary way. Trust in God, work real hard, keep hope, stay woke, stay strong, sing your song, pursue the dream, build the team, defy the odds, keep faith in God, and He will do exceedingly abundantly above and beyond all you could ever ask or think. He'll take you to places which you never imagined and fulfill your wildest dreams. I am Orapotist Maximus, orator, poet, and activist. I've done a lot of soul searching, I've done a lot of thinking. That we as people, we just got to continue to press forward. Continue to press forward. But what do I know? I'm just a poet. Thank you.